Once upon a May afternoon, flying over the Atlantic Ocean, deliberating with myself about what my next steps would be, having all this new information, I said something like the following to myself. Leaving a place is like falling in love, parting ways, and then trying to make something work with the next mediocre person you meet. It doesn't awaken your soul the way you want it to. It doesn't bring you to your knees and demand more of you. In a bar at 4 a.m. in Rome, I talked with strangers about all the things I'd buried deep inside myself so that the mundanity of existence would make me feel less defeated. I'd been telling myself that if I placed all of my bets on something, if I bought into the dream fully, if I subscribed to the newsletter called The Ordinary Life, if I could be devoid of the things I've always known I need from my brief time on this planet, that I might have a single chance to win big in the ever-evasive state of happiness. To hell with the passion I sought. To hell with romance. To hell with growth and art and love and all the things that make life worth living. I mean, right? Right? What is happiness anyway? You might be wondering. Well, that's a good question, and I can't tell you the answer. What I can tell you is that when I look around at the world, I see a blur. I see people crawling and clawing and crying from the inside out. Scared people, hungry, lonely people. I see cages and contempt and vast collections of masks. So it wasn't difficult to wear what was just another disguise. It's not hard when you have a willing accomplice encouraging you to perform for the world, to glide to and fro, to dance on the stage and deliver genuinely great monologues in tribute to the life that you wished you were living. When you're a person like I am, a very, very, very tired person, a person that has been depleted by the sheer willingness to provide the sort of love and protection that I can probably only dream about existing in the world, then masks are the only mode of survival. Masks keep you safe, they bring you good fortune, they do the talking for you. Masks do the work that the walls can't. Since that May afternoon, I've flown through more parts of the sky. I've walked new streets. I've occupied space in places once question marked in the map of my mind. But Rome was the place I met my now lover, Change. And Change is the kind of man that pushes you up against the wall and grabs your ass while he stops time with a kiss. Maybe in an elevator. The same man that writes you love notes and holds your hand while the two of you stand on the Brooklyn Bridge reminiscing about all the people who existed before you. Moments that have yet to exist. Change destroys you for everyone who comes after him and makes you forget that you thought you knew what love was before him. Change is just the name I call him, the conduit. The things I uncovered about myself through the eyes of others. It's everything that I am and that I'm not, and all the things I am capable of sharing with others. Change is something like what other people call happiness, but it's rougher, a more violent and zealous thing, a more painful thing, suffering. Some people might tell you that love can save you. Others might insist that hard work and perseverance will get you what you want, or that if you gain enough knowledge about one or many things, then maybe somewhere in there you'll find the answers. And so we push harder and further. We work tirelessly to escape the darkness that looms nearer every day. We set lofty goals and tell ourselves that if we can meet them, then we'll finally understand, and that then and only then will we deserve to be happy at long last, whatever that means. Maybe then we'll have the time. Maybe then we'll end the self-imposed suffering. Maybe, whatever that means. There are approximately 231 million search results that will populate if you ask Google how to be happy, all accompanied by sufficient modes of distraction. You don't have to ask Google what you already know. This proverbial mythical happiness is not a generic prescription for life. It's not a pill. It can't be studied or practiced. Happiness is just a matter of luck, a gamble, the right cocktail of drugs, precisely 3 glasses of wine, or 4 gin and tonics. Kissing someone fucking great on a rooftop or a poorly lit sidewalk or near a river or anywhere the two of you fucking exist together. Entering the unknown, confessing your love on the streets of a foreign city and not giving a shit about the consequences for once. Because this time you really, really mean it. Listening to the heartbeat of a person you adore. Having really great sex. Spooning. The thick feathered feeling of morning coffee and good conversation. Toasting to the dismantling of corruption. Trying things for the first time. A really great jazz show. Reading a love letter that was written for only you. Sometimes it's 6 days. Or laughing hysterically about a collection of words someone threw together and you just so happen to agree that, yeah, that shit's funny. Hugging friends. Or discovering a poem that must have been written just for you to find it. And other fleeting moments. Change is how you start over in a more honest way. What you do to open yourself up to be the recipient of the aforementioned luck. Enduring the darkness for just a moment, maybe 2, of that really, really good stuff. It's the only thing that's worth a damn.